Why alcohol is keeping your love handles, lower belly, upper belly, double chin, all the above. Let's share my screen and talk about this in more context. We'll first talk about the side effects alcohol has on your health, short term and long term, and get into the nutrition side of things to help you understand. Fun cannot mean intoxication. We have to redefine what fun is, and we do these activities to fit in. We do these activities to get us feeling some type of way to be then courageous about doing certain things, because we both know a lot of individuals wouldn't do certain things without being influenced by alcohol. This is not a video to tell you what to do. This is a video to give you information, and you can do whatever you want with that information. Anyways, let's get into it. I know this is a list most of us have experienced and seen before while being intoxicated. I'll remind you, this is a video for informational purposes, and you can do whatever you want with that information. However, I do recommend to have a plan to get away from alcohol. Once we cover these, we'll talk about more of the things that will happen to you long term, and then the nutrition side of things. So your behavior is going to change the more alcohol you have in your system, depending on what type of alcohol. Your attention and detail is definitely going to be changed, especially while you're intoxicated. Drowsiness, aggressiveness, that can go with behavior. Your reaction time, that can go with attention and detail. Slurred speech, double vision, your skin is going to be flushed. You'll be naustic, you want to vomit depending on how much you have in your system. You'll be going to the bathroom a lot, which will get rid of a lot of nutrients, and we'll talk about that more in more context. Your memory will be impaired, and your memory will be lost depending on if you're blacked out. Alright, so those are the ones you've experienced at some point in your life or seen someone experience. Okay? That's nothing new to any of us, alright? So let's get into the things that happen to you long term. So chronic stuff, damage to your organs, your liver, your brain, your heart, your stomach. Some people are looking at me thinking I'm trying to ruin your fun or whatever the case may be, but we need to start redefining fun and not always associating fun with intoxication or being high. There's many things to do to enjoy in life than escaping it. The real question has to be, what about your life is making you feel so stressed you need to use unnatural means to escape? That is the real question. Anyways, increased risk of cancer. I know cancer is not fun, so why are you doing things that increases your risk of it long term? So cancer to the liver, the breast, the throat, the stomach. That doesn't sound fun to me. High blood pressure. Reduced resistance to infection. It affects you sexually. It affects your appetite. It affects your vitamins and minerals within your body. If you're throwing up a lot, peeing a lot, over the course of many weeks of indulging in these activities, over the course of years, you will be deficient one way or another. Do you think throwing up once a week for many weeks of the year, for many years, will not deprive you of whatever your body whatever your body needs, I should say? Of course it would. I'm not saying you throw up every weekend or every time you do it, but doing these activities somehow, somewhere will run you low on things that your body requires to be healthy. Keep that in mind. Alright? I'm not here to break anybody's fun. I'm just here to dish out information. It's going to disrupt the sleeping patterns. It's going to disrupt your digestion as well, which is something I can cover in another video in more detail. Increases anxiety, increases depression. You'll be more suicidal, and it messes with your hormones. For women that are trying to lose weight, get rid of love handles and things of that nature, alcohol doesn't help your hormones. And if your hormones are more irregular, then there are, in addition to certain periods that may be dealing with that, like your period and all that, it's going to affect your weight loss. It's not going to help you. So alcohol is the worst thing for fat loss. It delays it. It disrupts your digestion. You know what I mean? So let's cover the nutrition side of things. I'm ignorant when it comes to this area. I can speak to it only from my experiences and from the people I've helped lose 15 to 30 pounds within 3 month to 4 month time frame. But anyways, let's cover the nutrition side of things. So this is exactly why alcohol is keeping you overweight. Think about it. Each weekend you need to go out. It's probably going to be Saturday and Sunday for a lot of individuals. You're going to go to the bar, you're going to order a drink, and each drink is going to be between 100 calories to 200 calories. Okay, I see 170 there, I see 153, and I see the lowest is 97. On average, I would say about 120 calories per serving. I know for sure most of you are not having one drink. If you are, kudos to you. Even that can do damage, but at least that's better than most. But most people are not having less than a couple of servings. That being said, do that for a couple of nights, the Saturday and the Sunday. Let's assume it's 5 drinks, 6 drinks. You're looking at between 500 to 700 calories per night. Not only that, but you being intoxicated, you putting your digestive system on hold, you peeing a lot and vomiting if it got that bad. You're depriving your system of the things that it needs to stay healthy. In addition, you're stopping your body from digesting food properly for a couple of days. In addition to that, we're not taking into account if you ate anything that day, whatever the case may be, to be at a calorie deficit. So if you're doing that on a weekly basis, you're putting yourself in the calorie surplus each week, which is making you gain a bunch of fat and hold a bunch of fat that you previously had that you're trying to lose. Which is why I have that big stomach, those love handles that you're trying to get rid of because of habits like alcohol. It's not good for you. You don't need alcohol. You need water. You need vitamins, minerals. You need your macros to be a certain way, a certain amount of protein, carbs, and fats. You don't need alcohol, folks. It's not good for you. Right? I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just giving you information based on my experiences and the people I've helped. That being said, this is for your discretion. This is for you to take and use. That'd be great. But if not, then don't complain about having love handles and a big stomach. But that's essentially it for the video. I just wanted to cover this briefly. The reasons why I still have a big stomach and love handles is due to alcohol. Besides all the other negative things alcohol will have on you, you need to think about what the gain is when it comes to indulging in these activities. You need to, because it brings no benefit. Think within yourself to why you need these things to escape what you're escaping, or whatever the case may be. Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need therapy? Whatever it is to get you away from going to these vices. At the end of the day, that needs to be the deeper topic. But that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what other things you would consider to add, or what you disagree with in this video, and then we'll take it from there. May God bless you. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next video.